It's so crazy. I was about to say, welcome back to It's Like That, but that's my podcast channel, and that's how I introduce the video or the podcast as I say that. And I was like ready to say it, but I'm like, no, this is just my YouTube channel. Maybe I should come up with something that I can kind of be a little catchy with, like the phrase, like "Welcome back to Birdo's Camp." I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell like that, but I'll figure it out. So this is episode 6 of Roberto's Reflection. And in Roberto's Reflection, from the previous 5 episodes, is I usually try to reflect on the month prior. So it being episode 6, that means that I am now reflecting on the month of June, and kind of, what happened in June, and kind of see how I either can, reflect in things that went well, went bad. It's just really kind of like almost like an open video of like me just being myself and not really trying to teach or try to show or express any wisdom. It's just really just me being myself and explaining what happened the prior month and kind of reflecting. I believe that reflection is a very important part of our lives because I don't want to bottle anything inside. I don't want to like hold anything in, because if I hold it in, it could weigh me down. So these videos not only are, maybe can help you guys in some way, but it's definitely helping me. So episode 6, month of June. Hmm. June was more of me saying yes and really trying to not hold back on anything that I want to do. Because usually I say no because I'm not comfortable with whatever I'm trying to do. Like someone invites me somewhere and I'm not used to it or I haven't been there before, I want to say no. And June was more of saying yes. I went on a really fun boat ride with my friends. One of my friends knows a person that owns a boat, and she's like, "Hey, like Roberto, I really want you to come out. Can you come with us to the boat?" And when she originally asked me, I was like, I was like, I don't want to go. Like, it's just like me being like so introverted and liking my house all the time. I was like, no, I didn't say no, but in my head I was thinking no. But I was like, you know what? I try to stop myself, and I was like, no, I'm gonna say yes. So I said yes. I was like, yeah, and then as the week was going by and the boat day was coming closer, I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to go. And she was kind of feeling the vibes. She's like, Berto, you better go. Berto, you better go. And I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. It's very important to have those friends that push you, but a healthy push, and listening to them because they want to see you have fun. They want to see you enjoy life. And if I didn't have those friends, I wouldn't have experienced one of the funnest times of my life on that boat. Like it was like almost like in a movie, at least for me. I don't They probably are used to boating, but that was the first time for me being on a boat, and it was great. The vibes were there. We had a couple drinks. We were just listening to music, and it was just like there was a point in time where I was just having so much fun, and I'm very grateful for that invite. And I wouldn't have experienced that if I would have just listened to my old self and just be like, "Hey, I don't want to go. I don't feel comfortable." But even though it was uncomfortable, I stuck through it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna say yes, and that's what I did. I'm just find myself saying yes more often. I'm also finding myself in situations where if I want to go try a new food spot, I'm not trying to like wait on someone else to come with me. I'm just going by myself, and I don't have to wait on anybody to go do something. Like I shouldn't have to do that. And what that really makes me feel like that I don't need anybody. And it's true, I don't need anybody. And I was in that mindset where like I need to have my friend go out with me to go eat, or I need to have this to go watch a movie. I need, I just like, I'm not in right now how I am with everything that I've been blessed with. I'm not in a position to think that I'm in lack. I'm in lack of like that I need something. Everything that I am and everything that's around me right now is what I need. God places everything that you need for you. And he's such a gracious God. We don't deserve it, but thank you, Jesus, because he gave it to us. So in saying that, you have everything you need right now. You don't need anything. You have it already. And I was in a mindset that I needed things when I already have it. I just had to look deeper. I had to look closer and this kind of be in that position where like up here I'm like I don't need anything. I already have it. So I've been doing that a lot lately in June. Um June was the month where my job, it transitions to a newer system, or not newer system, but a different system. And I was kind of excited. A lot of my coworkers was not excited because they didn't like change as well. Like, I mean, we all don't like change, but I found it an opportunity to learn something new. And when I was in high school, all I cared about was school. All I cared about was getting good grades. I like to learn, and I felt like, my job, I was kind of getting good at it, and that I was getting like kind of bored. And then this fact that we had a new system, I was able to learn, and I was able to like kind of figure things out on my own, and like I was kind of excited. I could use that situation and kind of when something new is happening into your life, or something new you see coming, if you can switch to perspective and be excited and look at it how it could be good for you, now the situation ends up being fun. Now the situation, you start to enjoy it. The negativity, when you put negativity into a situation, you're obviously going to get negative results. But when you put you know, positivity in the situation, you get positive results. It's just simple. It's so simple, but it's hard to grasp. It's because we naturally, how we were raised, how we feel, we naturally want to put that on the situation. But if you can pause and if you can take a little break before you start thinking these thoughts, or before you go into the situation, and just be like, just a quick 10-15 seconds can do a lot for you. Because now you can then, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to stick to your negative thoughts, or change it up and use your positive thinking. And if that's in that split second you do decide to do positive thinking, that could then change the whole outlook of the situation that you're going into. And I use that method with the new system and the job, and I've been doing great. I've also noticed that my being, me just being me, is actually helping my friends. I have some friends that are kind of negative, and I was hearing their conversations, and they sounded more positive than they used to be. And mind you, these been my friends for like a year now, and they were always thinking negatively and saying negative thoughts. And then I noticed that what I was saying actually was resonating in their brains, and I caught them on their own being more positive and wanting to change. It took a year, but it's actually finally coming to life of what I'm trying to help them with. And the reason why I want to help them and help you guys is because the life that you can live is so much more enjoyable when you start thinking this way and start walking this way. And one, change that you want to happen is probably going to take some time. And I continue to deal with patience. But it's also awesome to see those results come in. And a lot of the times they don't come in when you want them to. And I've noticed that that's the most perfect thing that we can ask for. Even though we want it to happen right away, when you realize that when it happened at the time that it happened, you wouldn't want it any other way. And I noticed and I've learned that, good things come for those who wait. So that's one of those old sayings. So I waited that long to, keep on being positive, being consistent with, my positivity with my friends. And then it's finally coming to life and I love it. Another thing that it happened in June, I realized that attachment. I started to attach myself to something that I wanted, but I knew it's not good for me. And it's easy to attach yourself to whatever that is for you, but I was attaching this whatever that is for me. I know what it is, obviously, but I don't want to say it. But I attached myself to it, and I started, thinking about it all the time. I started, imagining different scenarios. I was, dreaming about it, but I knew it wasn't good for me. And then obviously, I pray about it. I pray about everything. It's a good thing to be in constant prayer. And I was like, hey, God, like, please help me detach from this. I don't want to be, I know it's not good for me. I need your help. Another thing kind of relates to what the whole year thing. Once you pray, don't expect God to just right away, it's done. God does things in God's time. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. But after I prayed, and I keep on praying it, how I look at it is God hears me. And he's like, all right, I hear you. I'm going to help you out. But when I help you out, it's gonna go this way, the way I want it to. You don't know the timing. You don't know how it's gonna happen. But trust me, and it will come to life, what you want. Especially if it's part of my will, I'm going to help you. But you have to be patient and you have to trust. And trusting is another thing that I've been doing in June as well. Just trust, just trust, just trust, just trust. No matter how it looks, just trust that it's going to come out the way you want it to. And if it doesn't come out the way you want it to, however it does come out, it was probably meant for you to come out that. If it was probably meant to happen that way. No matter how you look at it, life is happening for you, not against you. It's another thing to think about. I'm gonna close it off with one of the things that I've been doing, and it is speaking life. I went over a couple of videos ago. It's called "The Power of the Tongue," or I bought these shoes with my tongue or something like that. A little clickbaity title. But in the video, I explain that you can speak life or death. That God has given us this power. And lately, I have been thinking and saying life-changing words, life-changing phrases. And I'm going to give you some examples so that way maybe you can, apply this to your life. But I'm like, for example, with my videos, I've been saying lately, I'm going to make a viral video. I'm going to go viral. Just saying it. I'm thinking it and saying it. It's becoming me. I'm putting it out there. God has given me this power, so I'm going to use it. It's a power that we all have. It's not just for me, it's for you as well. He's like, you have the power of life and death with your tongue. So I'm like, I'm going to speak life into this situation. I was like, I'm going to go viral. One of my videos is going to go viral. I'm going to impact people's lives. I want to dunk. I'm going to dunk. I'm going to have the best shape of my life. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. I'm going to pay off all my mother's debt. My brother is going to give his life to God, and he's going to want to be in a relationship with God. I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to make money off of this app. This is going to be my career. I'm going to impact people's lives in many ways. My podcast is going to be the top 3 podcast in the world. I'm speaking this life. It's like positive affirmations, like law of attraction. It's like there's a lot of words for it, but it all comes from the source, and the source is God. And God has said it in his word that the power of life and death is in your tongue. The world may call it different things like law of attraction, manifestation, but at the end of the day, it's God's word, and this is what he says. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak life. So I want you guys to speak life too. In a dead situation, you could put life in it. However it may look, you could say, I'm not, it's like, I am not depressed. I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm going to get this job. I'm going to start this business. This business is going to thrive. I'm going to start making content about the things that I want to see. I'm going to make a change in my family's life, in my friend's life. I'm going to get better at this skill. I'm going to learn how to do this skill. I'm going to be proficient in it. I'm going to learn this. You're going to start speaking life. This is what I'm doing, and I know you guys are going to do it too. I hope you enjoyed that video. I love you, all of you, and I hope that you have a great day, great week, great month, great year. Y'all deserve it, all right? Peace.